If you're seeing this reading, it's for a reason. It's probably lining up with some synchronicities with numbers like 10-10-10 or 11-11 or 12-12. If you're seeing those kinds of synchronicities, this reading definitely will be for you. I really feel like this is going to be for my single Pringles out there who really are trying to manifest love. And I feel like this is about your journey. The overall energy for this reading is the Five of Swords reversed and the Two of Pentacles. So the Five of Swords is about dropping a controlling, bullying energy, right? And this can be dealing with like bullying partners. And maybe you've had a partner in the past who was very controlling or very bullying, and you're just like, nope, I know I don't want that no more. And that's okay, right? Part of learning what we do want is understanding what we do not want. And of course, being overly controlled, having someone as a partner who is my way or the highway, that's probably not going to work out very well. But it also could encompass some negative self-talk where we're telling ourselves, oh, I can never have the kind of relationship or the kind of love that lasts. That's just not a thing that's meant for me. But I think you're starting to drop that. So if it's the negative self-talk, we're starting to realize how harmful that self-talk actually is. And if it's, a past situation or past situations that have been very controlling, I think we are ready to move very much past that. With the Two of Pentacles here, we are trying to come into balance, and that is exactly where you want to be. When we're trying to manifest something as beautiful as love or long-term commitment here, then we want to bring ourselves into a playful balance, all right? I love the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards. It's one of those things that, it is Capricorn energy. I'm a Capricorn sun, so that's part of it. But it's also that it is about playfully coming into balance. You see how she's juggling these pentacles here, right? She's having fun, right? She's playing with the infinite vibrations of abundance here, right? And she's coming into balance by doing that. So yes, there's a lot going on, but we're striving to come into balance. We're striving for that narrow path. That's a good thing. And if you're aligning with this reading, I think you may have been doing specifically some shadow work here with the Moon card and our shadow lurking in the water here, around the love offers that you receive. They may have been coming from King of Cups reversed like energies. So that's someone who's very emotionally manipulative, maybe codependent. I don't believe everybody's a narcissist, but it's like a narcissist in hiding kind of energy. There's a more technical term for that. But a covert narcissist. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But yeah, it's very much like this energy, like you have been doing some shadow work around why do I keep attracting these love offers, these love messages from people who are just emotionally kind of manipulative, who aren't ready to grow up is what I'm hearing, and also who don't want to give to me. The King of Cups upright, he's a wonderful figure. He is the benefactor. He is, very emotionally intelligent. He balances the intellectual with the emotional, and he is able to really be very compassionate with others, but he's got a good balance between his head and his heart. Now, in the reverse, we've got all the energies that are kind of contrary to that. Someone who's kind of immature, and they let their emotions run the show, and they try to control people with their little temper tantrums and stuff. It's very like toddler energy. And you're like, why do I keep attracting these man babies? And you've been doing some shadow work around that. That's what I kind of feel like is going on here. And good on you for really delving into that within yourself. Now, this is not to downplay shadow work, but we have to be a little bit careful when we do shadow work, right? Because we've got Two of Swords reversed in the present energy. This is all about knowing that you need to make a decision, not really wanting to make a decision, and just kind of sitting on it. Like, this is a little bit of the energy of just kind of giving up on love. Again, we see this here with the Star reversed, all right? The Star is all about having the faith in the universe, having faith in spirit to bring you what it is you need, right? And to, have faith in love, I want to say. So I think, we might be creating some mental entrapment here for ourselves by going a little too deep, maybe into the shadow side of things. It's good to understand why you do things, okay? So it's good to understand, like, just for self-discovery purposes, like when you are triggered by something, or when you keep noticing, you notice a pattern keeps coming up again and again and again, like where's that coming from? And why does that exist in the first place? That's good, so that you can identify a point that needs healing. You don't want to start wrapping yourself into the mindset of that's the way it's always been, therefore that's the way it's gonna always be. Because no, baby, no, that's not how it works, right? If you put out a new energy, it can be really any way you want it to be, okay? So we do have to kind of come out of the shadow here. I think you've been doing some shadow work. You've been delving into like the why behind things. It's now time to kind of shift our attention to, now what can I do about it? How can I heal this? Because Spirit is wanting you to end this old cycle. The world represents an ending, right? And an ending to a cycle, an ending of how things have been. But it also represents a brand new, beautiful beginning. Because basically the major arcana ends with the world, but then starts all over again with the Fool, taking a leap of faith. So after identifying whatever this is that you feel like might be creating this sort of loop, this cycle, it's important for you to energetically then shift to this cycle is ending. This cycle is ending. This is no longer a cycle I will live in anymore. I am welcoming a new cycle. I am in a new energy. And it's going to be a new energy of friendship, celebration, camaraderie with the Three of Cups. So when we're looking for someone as a life partner, it's actually really, 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 really important that we can be friends with this person, okay? That we can have a good time with this person, that we can celebrate with them, that we feed off each other positively, right? That we impact one another's lives in a way that feels like just positive energy sort of flowing back and forth, right? Like a good friend. Also, like a good friend, we're individuals, okay? Our lives have not enmeshed. You don't enmesh with a good friend. You just sort of like support one another, right? They have their path, you have your path, and you both sort of joyfully walk down your paths, supporting each other energetically. It's emotional independence, okay? And so I feel like the energy of friendship and leaning into the energy of friendship and of celebration and celebrating the moment, that's going to help you kind of close out this old cycle of bringing in people who are emotionally needy and maybe kind of emotionally immature, ending that sort of narrative that that's always going to be your reality, and starting to celebrate the present moment where it's like, you know what though? When I'm free of that, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I can go out, I can have a good time. I can enjoy my friendships, enjoy the relationships with people around me. And from developing that, we will be bringing in a true and equal partnership here with the Two of Cups. Notice that we've got the Hermetic symbol dangling above them, right? This is true in Rider-Waite-Smith as well. This is a symbol of healing, a symbol of just health, wellness, getting better. So it's important that you realize that, yes, your energy, your vibration, your life, it's getting better and better, right? There's a Muhammad Ali quote about, hey, I'm getting better and better, right? It's that kind of energy, right? Kind of celebrating with friends, really enjoying other people's company. And from that is where we start attracting our person to us, where we start, by celebrating our own energy, doing our own thing, just celebrating life, really. From that place of joy, that's what attracts to you someone who's more equal, more balanced, more interested in equally giving and receiving, right? The Two of Cups is a card about people being on a healing path together. So Spirit wants you to know that this happy home, this happy family, this rainbow in the sky, all of this, it is something that absolutely is meant for you if that's what you are wanting. But the path to that is through healing the heartbreak, the heartache, the hardships we have experienced. And yes, that does mean we have to take a hard and honest look at ourselves, what seeds we've planted, where we've placed our energy, what's grown from those seeds, what has flourished from our tending of the garden, and learning those lessons to simply carry them forward, right? Not being held back by those lessons. Those lessons don't, if you plant some seeds, if you're like me, and you plant some seeds, and you're a little hit or miss with your green thumb, if some of those plants don't make it, you don't then turn around and define your life by the plants that didn't make it, right? Because you'll have some seeds that you plant, some things that you tend to, that do make it, that do flourish, that do bloom and turn into beautiful, wonderful fruit for you, right? And so by celebrating the things that do work out, we start attracting more of that to us. So I think it is time for us to release a burden here. And I think the burden is maybe this negative self-talk that you've been carrying around, the old story of self that you've been telling, whether it's been what you've been saying to yourself or saying to other people. We've got to drop this old narrative. Allow ourselves to create a new story. One that will hopefully energetically really feel good and kind of set us off on a new path here. And I think the new story that we're trying to tell for ourselves is the story of the Queen of Pentacles. So the archetype for the Queen of Pentacles is that of the good mother. She cares for herself, right? You see her luxuriously dressed. She has a lovely stone throne here. She also takes care of what's immediately around her. This garden that you sort of see growing around her. And that then allows her to then contribute more widely, kind of represented by the bunny here, to her community. She's abundant and she's able to give to herself and then share of that abundance. She's very nurturing and very independent as well. It's not that she hasn't had hard times. Those are kind of represented by the Rocky Mountains behind her. She just doesn't allow those hard times to define who she is. Instead, she rises above them and is able to become a better version of herself because of those situations. And embodying this energy is going to allow you to feel free. Ready to go on a new adventure, ready to take a leap of faith, ready to set your sights on something beautiful and wonderful. Time for us to make a decision to head towards our highest timeline, to begin to believe once more that happiness and love can be ours, to drop the burdens of worry and overthinking, and to celebrate life, celebrate the moments of joy we do have, and the elements around us that we can alchemize to our highest timeline, because that leap of faith is coming, and that new partnership will be here soon enough.